Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Last year, Kyle Richards admitted that seeing paparazzi photos of Mauricio kissing another woman in an airport was a little jarring. But the above preview of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14, Episode 14 gives new insight into Kyle's real-time reaction. In the sneak peek of the episode, set to air March 4, Kyle and Kathy Hilton discussed the headline-making paparazzi photos while driving around Los Angeles. When Kathy asks how Kyle is doing, she admits, "I think I'm a little bit shocked and still processing. Because honestly, I was in the car driving with Jen. She felt bad to tell me, but she had to tell me. And I just honestly, it was like, I don't even know," she continues. She said she lost the feeling in her legs when she saw that. During an interview, Kyle shares more. "I saw it like everyone else saw it on TMZ," she says. "It's very strange to see. I was expecting just to maybe see him in person out and about at a restaurant. But this? No. Back in the car, there's more to discuss. I don't want him to feel guilty because he's allowed to do what he wants," Kyle tells Kathy. "But it's also like, why are you being irresponsible? I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings. I'm just processing it all." On the February 25 episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, Kyle further reflected on the paparazzi photos of Mauricio. "No, I wasn't crying about it like some of the rumors had said I was. But it's weird to see, of course it is," she admitted. "I mean, I'm not the first person to get divorced. People get divorced. But last week was my 29th wedding anniversary," Kyle continued. "We're not together, but this is a lot of years that we spent together, so obviously seeing these photos is strange for me. I feel like I'm looking at someone else, someone that I don't know." When asked who the mystery woman was on RHOBA Season 14, Episode 13, Kyle said she had no idea, adding, "But it's all over the internet." Headlines shown during the episode, however, stated that the woman is a Russian-born actress who is 20 years Kyle's junior. While Kyle insisted that Mauricio didn't know the photo was being taken, Erica Jane warned her, "You can't be naive." Sutton Strack agreed with Erica. "It wasn't an accidental paparazzi shot. It was a planned photo," she said, noting that she has previously been to the same airport when someone like Jennifer Aniston was there and she still didn't see any photographers. In a year already overflowing with rumors, reality TV twists, and social media sleething, Kyle Richards finds herself in the eye of the storm once again. This time, it's over a fresh batch of photos, ones that show her estranged husband, Mauricio in an undeniably intimate moment with another woman during a sun-drenched getaway in Mexico. The images, which surfaced late Monday, show Mauricio shirtless, hand on a bikini-clad brunette's waist, the two exchanging a kiss that can only be described as cozy, and not the kind that says, "We're just friends." After staying largely quiet for weeks, Kyle is finally breaking her silence. And in true Kyle fashion, she's not holding back. In an exclusive conversation with us, Kyle sounded off on the photos, the state of her marriage, and what she really thinks about Mauricio's post-separation antics. "I saw the photos like everyone else," Kyle admitted, her voice a mix of frustration, sadness, and a dash of the sardonic humor that's kept her a fan favorite for over a decade. "At this point, nothing really surprises me anymore. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't sting. Not just because of the kiss, but because of how public and, honestly, how strange the whole thing feels." When pressed to clarify what exactly she found strange about the images, Kyle took a beat, choosing her words carefully. "I guess it's one thing to be separated and dating quietly, living your life. It's another to be photographed, fully aware there are cameras nearby, and kissing someone like you're trying to make a statement. That's not really Mauricio's style, or at least it never used to be." One of the first questions fans asked, after picking their jaws off the floor, was, who is the mystery woman? Initial reports speculated that the woman in question is a longtime acquaintance of Mauricio's from his real estate circle, someone he's known socially for years. But Kyle isn't so sure. "That's the part that's actually a little funny to me," Kyle said, cracking a half smile. "Everyone's acting like this is some secret long-lost lover. As far as I know, I've never met her. She's not someone who was part of our world. So seeing them together like that, yeah, it's strange." What makes the kiss even more awkward, Kyle says, is the timing. The images dropped just days after Kyle and Mauricio had reportedly been in touch about co-parenting logistics and upcoming family events. We were literally texting about one of the girls' schedules 2 days before, Kyle revealed. And then suddenly I'm seeing these romantic getaway photos like everyone else. It's jarring, you know. I thought we were at a place where we could at least give each other a heads up if something like this was coming. Kyle's biggest frustration, however, isn't the kiss itself, it's what it represents. For years, Mauricio was known as the lovable, laid-back real estate mogul who worshipped his wife and family. But lately, Kyle says she doesn't recognize the man she married. I've always been proud of the fact that no matter what, we were a team, Kyle said, her voice cracking slightly. Even during the toughest times, there was this mutual respect. That's what feels different now. It's not just that he's seeing someone. It's that there's this carelessness to it. This almost performative side of him. Like he wants to be seen as this bachelor playboy. And that's just so far from the Mauricio I knew. Of course, Mauricio's PDA moment isn't happening in a vacuum. It's the latest chapter in a long saga of speculation surrounding the couple's separation. A storyline that's played out not just on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but in every corner of the gossip mill. From whispers of infidelity to awkward on-camera moments between Kyle and Mauricio, the cracks have been visible for months. It's hard because people think they know everything from watching the show, Kyle said. But the truth is, there's so much more that goes on off-camera. And when you're navigating something this personal, but it's also part of your job to share, it creates this impossible situation. You're either too open or too closed off, and either way, people make up their own stories. So what's next for Kyle? Will the photos push her to officially file for divorce, or is there still hope for reconciliation? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Kyle said with a rueful laugh, "Here's what I'll say, I'm focusing on myself right now. For so long, I made every decision with my marriage in mind. What's best for us? What's best for our family? And while I'll always prioritize my kids, I also have to start asking, what's best for me?" Kyle hinted that while a formal divorce isn't off the table, she's in no rush to define her next chapter by her relationship status. "For the first time in a long time, I'm okay with not having all the answers," Kyle said. "What I do know is that I deserve honesty, respect, and someone who thinks twice before making out with someone poolside when the whole world is watching." Of course, all this drama couldn't come at a juicier time for Bravo, which is currently filming the next season of RHOBH. Producers are reportedly scrambling to capture Kyle's real-time reaction to the photos, a moment almost guaranteed to be reality TV gold. "I'm sure cameras will be rolling," Kyle confirmed with a knowing smile. "And honestly, let them. If I've learned anything from this show, it's that the truth always comes out, whether you want it to or not." Before wrapping up our conversation, we asked Kyle if she had any message she'd like to send Mauricio directly, especially now that the photos have gone viral. "I hope you're happy," she said simply. "And I hope you remember that our daughters are watching. They see everything. So whatever this phase is for you, just think about that." Whether Kyle and Mauricio ultimately find their way back to each other or finally close the door on their marriage, one thing is certain. Kyle Richards isn't afraid to speak her truth, strange photos and all. "Life is messy," Kyle said, her voice equal parts weary and defiant. "But at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I won't let anyone, not even my husband, rewrite my story."